Tech people always go for certifications and they do recommend certifications. So today we're going to see in DevOps area what kind of certifications are well recommended. Welcome all, this is Srinath and you're watching my channel Srinivasa Tech Solutions. So the first and foremost what we're seeing is AWS Certified DevOps Engineer from Amazon. So this is a professional certificate focused primarily on provisioning, operating and managing distributed application systems in and around AWS platform. It is designed for individuals who perform DevOps in their role. Uh, Normally, people who have 2 or more years of experience, so they tend to do some provisioning, operating, and managing AWS environments. So for them, it's the best one. Uh, is focused primarily on the continuous delivery and automation. So in this area, implementing and managing continuous delivery systems and various methodologies on AWS. Similarly, it is also focused on security controls, which is talks about implementing and automating security controls and the governance process and the compliance violations. Monitoring and logging also it takes into consideration primarily designing and managing and maintaining the tools to automate the operational process. Incident and event response in that area, automating monitoring, alerting and auditing, it takes care of, it talks about. Similarly, infrastructure as code, using AWS CloudFormation and other tools to deploy infra as code. So this particular certification talks about all these things. The next in our list is from the Kubernetes, Certified Kubernetes Administrator. So we all know that how the Kubernetes is so popular in recent days. So all the deployments, everything is running from Kubernetes due to microservices concept. The Certified Kubernetes Administrator validates skills in Kubernetes, which is essential for managing containerized applications. This certification aimed at Kubernetes administrators who primarily work on the cloud areas and for other IT professionals who are responsible for Kubernetes management. The key areas covered in this is like cluster architecture, installation and configuration. Basically setting up the entire Kubernetes ecosystem from single cluster to multi-clusters environment, understanding the Kubernetes API and then deploying your applications. Similarly, workloads and scheduling in which managing deploys, rolling updates, rolling bounds, similarly scaling applications, scaling up, scaling down. And then in services and networking area, configuring network policies, service discovery and load balancing. Similarly in the storage area, provisioning and managing storage in Kubernetes, like we tend to mapping the storage for some files storage, so that also it covers. Similarly, troubleshooting area, it's also teach you diagnosing and fixing common issues in Kubernetes environment. This is very much recommended because people are using this very widely. Next one is from the Docker Certified Associate, demonstrates expertise in Docker, an essential containerization tool in DevOps. This certification is intended for the professionals with some experience in Docker and containerizations. So people who have basic knowledge under Docker, creating a Docker image, building up, right? So those kind of people definitely can go for this. So basic understanding of what is containerization, they can pick this. So the key areas covered in this is orchestration, understanding the using of Docker's form and Kubernetes orchestration. Similarly, in the security area, the best practices the Docker, including image scanning and vulnerability management, because a lot of the industries vulnerability is facing in the images size only. So this will teach us how to mitigate those. Similarly, networking, configuring and troubleshooting Docker networking. The storage volumes, managing Docker storage and volumes, as we said before. Volumes storage is one of the major part. Image creation and management, building, tagging, how to build the Docker images, how we can tag between releases, how we can push Docker images to any Docker Hub or any JFrog artifactories. So these kind of things you'll be learning, and you'll be taking your exams related to these topics. The next on the list is from the Microsoft certified. This is DevOps Engineer Expert. So DevOps Engineer Expert certification covers designing and implementing strategies for collaboration, code, infrastructure, source control, security, compliance, continuous integration, testing, delivery, monitoring, and feedback. It's deal with professionals working with primarily in the Microsoft Azure. The key areas covers include DevOps strategy, developing an instrumentation strategy like site reliability engineering strategy, and the security and compliance plan. So each DevOps strategy you will learn about what is the strategy you can follow. Similarly, implementation side, the continuous integration and delivery and feedback. So many people just stop with the continuous integration, but here we're talking about delivery and feedback as well, which is a cycle. Similarly, infrastructure as code, managing configuration and infrastructure as code using tools like Azure Resource Manager, Terraform, and Azure DevOps. These are widely used industrial templates, so you can create your infra as code using this. So you'll be learning more about this. Similarly, dependency management. Managing dependencies is very crucial, especially in the world of microservices, and packaging management using tools such as NuGet, NPM, Maven. So when you have the web applications, these kind of packages maintaining, and then open source libraries managing is very difficult. So you'll be learning about those things. Similarly, in the application infrastructure side, implementation application infrastructure using Azure Kubernetes service, AKS, and also some Azure services. So all these things you will be learning in this certification. So with this, we have some additional certificates, which is good to have. That is one from Google Professional Cloud DevOps Engineer, primarily focusing on managing services availability, like their health and availability, and then delivery using Google Cloud. Similarly, there is another one, Red Hat, from Red Hat, certified specialist in OpenShift administration. People who are still using the private cloud version of OpenShift or open source version of OpenShift, they can go for this. It demonstrates skills in managing Red Hat OpenShift container platform environments. And then the last but not least is from HashiCorp certified. This is for the Terraform associate certifications. This primarily you rely on the infrastructure coding part. They can prove their proficiency in this area. So these are the recommended and suggested certifications in this year. So I wish you all the best. For more such videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please give us like. Thanks for watching.